Good morning, good morning. All right, let's hop in. We got stuff to claim. We got stuff to do before we wrap up for the day. Let's see here. So I need to get an update on where I'm actually sitting. $372 across both of these. I need gauntlets, power, and kinetic. I think I have a kinetic option here. Yep, for creation. So let's go hit this real quick. Hope you guys are doing well today. Early morning hop on. Got just north of 3 hours. So we're getting after it, folks. We're getting after it. You know what? I think we're going to lock in so much. We need some glasses on.
The impact of echoes on the world
Locking in, folks.
Now everyone's fighting to consolidate its territory.
So what my goal for this morning is I need to get... I want to get the Solstice armor fully illuminated on all three characters. But first I want to make sure I get it unlocked on all of them. So I think my Warlock, I'm only like a few tokens shy of the whatever it is for the illumination on it. So as long as I can pull that together. Fire ass, I know, man. Derpy McSquirtle, how you doing, man? That is a sick ass name, brother. You know, I actually found, like, for my purposes, for streaming purposes, K1, I'm sorry, not K1, creation has been kind of a nice thing just because there's so much, like, sitting on a plate, like, at various parts that I can just vibe and not have to worry too much, but I for sure understand. I don't know. I think I saw Cactus being like, "Oh, they should have given us double drops for the final day." Bro, this has been one of the most like juicer events we've ever gotten. It's fine. It is perfectly fine. Oh, Severn, what's up, man? Good morning, dude. Asterix, what's up, man? Good morning. Okay. Did you guys see that tracking? My eager edge didn't, my eager edge tried to go through the glass. That's funny. I guess I would have assumed that it was kind of like a hit scan thing, like what actually was hittable. Yeah, this event has been incredible, especially if you took the time, if you were a mad lad and you decided to take the time to put it together with the all the PvP stuff that you could get. You know, you could get so many updates or upgrades from PvP. Still stuck on that Skyburner's left. Hey, sometimes something just feels good in the hand, you know what I mean, brother? Duty, what's up, man? Side quest gives you Choir of the One. So you will get Choir of One from the Encore mission. So as long as you run the Encore mission and get a high score and run it within the time window, you will get Choir of One. And then if you run it on the first drop, you should get Choir of One, you should get an intrinsic, and you should get a catalyst. But then once you do that, you should gain access to on subsequent runs, you'll gain access to the rest of the catalyst. Now, I had some mixed reviews on whether or not you would get other intrinsics, or I had some people tell me that they just got the intrinsic number 4. Like, basically that's all that dropped for them, which is the final one. You don't need any other ones other than 4. So, but brother, if you are in the Discord, man, once we get past reset and everything, I got a couple of things I got to knock out this afternoon. That's why I wanted to hop on for a few hours this morning, just to knock this on. But like, I know we got a lot of people who are willing and down to run the Encore mission and stuff like that. I can get that for you. Virus, you gotta hit me up, brother. We gotta get in there and get that outbreak for you, man. We it's hard, right? I try to, you know, everyone's volunteer, but you're playing that game, right? Like the people trying to take advantage of the events and stuff like that. But Virus, what's your name inside the Discord, bro? That was a pretty good run right there. I mean, it didn't take too long. Fire 679. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, this morning, I'm gonna try to hit these this morning since I'm trying to keep leveling up and such, but let's hit it soon, bro.
Better to be here at the front, solving problems the Titan way.
Alright, so 376. I need a power weapon. But let me actually do this real quick. Never understood why it takes so damn long to swap on the, when you're on a solo in screen. I start holding like O to go to orbit or something like that. I don't know why it takes so long. Okay, claim these rewards. Guys, do not, if you did not see my video, do not forget to claim your rewards. Here we go. All right, so I need 30 more for this here. Let me do this. Damn, I think I just messed that up. Yeah, I don't think I have the I don't have this stuff yet. That's kind of what I'm working towards today, Severin. Just trying to see if I can knock that out real quick. Oh, I got you. Dude, that 0 grenade stat is diabolical. Yeah, I have to swap that around here. See, it's just so expensive to like level up any of this shit, man. All right, I'm just gonna have to play. Trey, what's up, bro? I'm just gonna have to keep playing on my Titan grabbing the ingots and then rolling over to the other classes just because I don't have time to. I ain't got time to waste. Know what I mean? Brother, you keep showing up. All right, let's see. Let me see. Just gonna hit the Solstice. Y'all, if you did not see the announcement inside the Discord, today at 11:45 p.m., so in 3 hours and 15 minutes, I got a new video coming out. It is the synopsis, or the recap rather, of the Bungie Day live stream that we had. So back on July 7th, held a special event where we were working on getting every raid and dungeon exotic that I did not have on my alt account. Now, to be clear, like I already had like Vex Mythic class, stuff like that, so didn't spend time trying to regrind and get second or third drops of certain exotics. But dude, this day, it was like a 12-hour day. A ton of different people from the Discord. When the game goes down for an hour and a half or so, be a half hour worth of entertainment. I'm here for you like Chick-fil-A. It is my pleasure. We get this shit, bro. Roller Toaster 96, thank you for subscribing on YouTube, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's a good one. It's the first time that I've made a video like this where I didn't actually I didn't edit it, so I have a guy who's helping me. So he actually put some funny things in there kind of at my expense, which are funny. I mean, very, very well worth it. So the fact you used to work at Chick-fil-A, how hard do they push the whole like my pleasure thing? Or is it something that you pick up on pretty quickly just because everyone around you is saying it? And were there different levels to how hard you had to say it, like, or like how you would say it? You know how like they say Pokemon, when Pokemon say their own word, or like they say their own name as like every word, but they can say them differently for different expressions. I like to think that Chick-fil-A workers can say my pleasure in different ways to mean different things. Like if a customer's really being a Karen or something like that, they can find ways to say like my pleasure that kind of is actually kind of like an FU. Yeah, fine. For sure. What happens? Do you get taken to the back room and get like 7 lashings if you say you're welcome instead of my pleasure? I for sure have had, I have had Chick-fil-A employees say "you're welcome" to me before, and it almost feels like they said like Voldemort or something like that. No. They waterboard you with Polynesian sauce. Trey, where did that come from? Where did the whole my pleasure thing come from anyways? I've never understood it. I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's a perfectly nice saying, but do they break that down for you? Take you off the schedule, bro. You're messing with this 16-year-old's livelihood, bro. Firehouse, it's Firehouse fun. Sounds good, bro. As long as you're in the Discord and you have Firehouse in your name on Discord, I'll be able to find you, man. Do you have the asset protection like quest all done and taken care of? Like, or I'm sorry, like, do you have the asset protection quest and things from 801? Because that'd be the main thing. Waffle Toast, how you doing, man? We're doing good. We got up early trying to hit that grind. I'm trying to finish unlocking all of my armor sets because I don't know, I was a big dummy. And I did the freaking, I don't know, I just didn't think about doing the other armor sets for my other characters. So, like, I've been holding max tokens, which I hate that they max them out. Or, like, don't max them out below. Don't max out the alloy below what it would take to unlock everything. Like, I understand if you don't want it to be, like, a forever type deal, but.
She needs to follow up on this craziness with the 9.
A 77 juicer, bro.
Like Zavala did in the Traveler.
Holy.
He hasn't been the same since.
What I needed. All right. Because I think if I look at the event, I think I'm under. Yeah, I need 5 more. Oh, man. So what's the thought on the Solstice grind? Solstice update. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't cared about Solstice in a minute, bro. Sorry, Trey, am I gonna put you to sleep?
We appreciate the confidence. We won't take any unnecessary risks. I hope.
Rain forecast is high today. Birdie foul. Maybe someone in chat can answer. I'm 417 at the moment. When I go to do fire team ops, give me minus 40. Very hard. Warning when I hit 421. Does this get a little easier? I think the only person who's possibly in chat that might know the answer to that right now would be Asterix. I did hear that there are some weird like power banding things, especially at like the high end. Yeah, Solstice for me, I mean, this is the most lucrative Solstice, right? Because, like, I think there's a big discussion to be had about what actually makes a good Destiny event. Because I think this next week we're actually getting, like, heavy metal back or something like that next week, like after reset. And obviously, that's like a whole different thing, right? Like that's a September 2nd. So, okay, so we're not quite there. But that's a whole different event, right? And I don't think there's any way they could incentivize heavy metal to the level that they've done Solstice. But I saw some people talking online. I think it was on Reddit or something like that. I saw some people talking about the idea of they got rid of like the weekly rotation pieces because they're doing this more event focused thing. I'm like, well, I don't actually mind that too much. Oh, is the eager edge sword coming with heavy metal? Yeah, I've seen the sword. The sword is a wave frame solar. So. Give us the Griffin buff. Yeah, Raider, I didn't get the Griffin last time it was around. I could not bring myself to play it. I was doing way too much other stuff. Echo, how you doing, man? Good morning. Bro, those friends we stayed with in Nashville. I mean, guys, I'm a big boy, right? Like I'm 6'4", like 285. I'm a big ass boy. I don't get cold too easy. Bro, when I tell you I was freezing my ass off in this house in Nashville, it was so goddamn cold, dude. And these bitches we were staying with, they were skinny as hell, bro. They're skinny minis, and they're like, yeah, we just need to turn the air down so we can sleep. I'm like, bro, you must have the heaviest blankets in the entire world. I'm a big ass boy, bro. I own it. It's just who I am. It's who I've always been. And I run hot. I'm hot-blooded. It pisses my wife off something fierce. She desperately wishes that I could be cold once in my life. Hell, we turned our temperature down to 67. Freaking, and they have this old house, but they got a new AC unit for it. Oh my god, dude, it was working like crazy. 200 pounds of don't touch the AC. Yeah, don't touch that shit. Don't you touch that shit.
Keep an eye out for their invitation, and we'll make sure you get the newest gear first.
Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Michael Jeffries, how you doing, man? YouTube chat popping off today. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so I think that gave me everything I'll need to get my Warlock armor. Does anyone know how many of like the Solstice things I can hold on to at once? These little core thing, the alloy. Is it worth it for me to just keep running and trying to hit all of the hunters at once? Kids walk out to their dad's school. I reply, you aren't wearing all your clothes yet. 500? Okay. Is that enough for me to be able to buy all the hunter stuff? because I think right now I'm at like, I think I'm at 60 right now. Okay, 1 entire set. So I'm going to be just shy because I'm, it's annoying. Okay. Trials was good to you last night. Good, man. Did you get a good LMG? Is there something different than the ingots? Or, I'm sorry, is there something different than the alloys for the ingots? Okay, you just use 50 alloy for the lighting. Okay, I'm with you. Final shape on new account. I gotcha, I gotcha. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to get... I don't really care about the lighting that much on the Hunter. I just want to get all of the armor pieces unlocked because it's nice to have, like, nice to be able to select and bring that up to power. So... So yeah, I think I'm done with the lighting on my Titan. I'll be done with the Warlock here when I go back on that account. Or I go back on that. Got duck and weave, boys. Solstice made you addicted to tier 5. Might have to grind to 450, bro. Yeah, I've not had a ton of tier 5 drop. Not nearly as many as was promised. Early on, bro, like when people were like, "Oh my god, this is crazy." But I think that's just because my Guardian rank is still low. My Guardian ranking, I'm not to 400 yet. I think I'm in like mid 370s right now. But y'all, all that bullshitting that people were doing, talking about, I don't know. I understand people saying that they're not having the most fun that they've ever had in Destiny. But bro, I don't know. I have a reason to log on. I have a reason to hang out. Obviously, my experience is different than your guys because I'm sitting here playing and you guys are hanging out with me and stuff. But if I was already 450, I don't even know what I'd be doing. Like, I probably would only be logging into the game to do, like, the Sherpa runs and stuff like that, and then that's it. Well, that's dumb. Geo bow at tier 5, and all gear tier 4, tier 5. Good shit, man. Did you go ahead and just delete your other stuff? Because that's my end game. That's what I desperately want to do. I just want to delete stuff that's lower than tier 3, tier 2, tier 1, or old stuff. Yeah, clean out anything below tier 4. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, Trey, that's my issue. I gotta get in there and delete a bunch of stuff, dude. Bro, my unstable core economy is so bad. So bad.
Good work, Guardian. Ikora is babysitting Drifter on Kepler, and Zavala is recovering from
Alright,
his battle
that's a
with the
76 drop.
That leaves just Crow in Vanguard leadership. He did well against Fikul, but he cannot be everywhere. The city needs you now more than ever.
Get better when you clean out all the low tier gear from the vault. I was struggling before that. Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, my vault is an absolute nightmare right now. Okay, so this just came up. I think I just eclipsed 376. So. Alright, so let's look here. Let me swap characters real quick. Warlock. I'll just finish this up. Alright, so all of that is done. So now if I come over to Hunter, you can see I don't have any of this here, so I need what, 55? I need 455 to get these done. All right, let's get it. How much? I wonder how much alloy drops from like a encore mission or something like that. You guys know off the top of your head? Envious Arsenal Vorpal on the festival flight. Good shit, bro. 50 per pinnacle? And it's 25?
Recon is light in this sector. Be ready for anything.
It's 25 for a
Meeting coworkers who all
solo op?
die,
And
but
50 per pinnacle, dude?
else.
It's kind of dumb. I mean, I know it's technically more, you know, rewarding, but 35 for fire team. Honestly, what I probably should do is look and see if I have anything in like fire team ops or whatever that's going to do multiple drops, like bonus drops, and then be able to knock out if it's Solstice stuff on top of it. Because do you have to, this may sound dumb, but do you have to run Solstice activities to get the alloys? Like something that's deemed as Solstice activity as far as like the bonus drop goes? Yeah, okay. Me sitting on the Vex sync plate looking longingly at this green ammo over there and be like, bro, I want you so bad. Nice. Love when I get a little green right there. I used to sit way too long, like trying to clear out everything in that room. I didn't realize until I watched someone speed run this shit that you could do like you could just go straight past the Hydra and stuff like that. See, that's why I think speedrunners who make content are doing the freaking Lord's work in this game. Because not only do they show you how to do things the most efficiently, their videos are short. Because that's the literal nature of it, bro. It's like, I ain't got to sit through a long-ass video. If a speedrunner puts a video up, guess what? The video's going to be short as fuck. That's how it works. Aegis is the only one who can get away with it because he yaps. And y'all know I'm good for a yap session. Like, I love yapping, so it's all good. Let him do his thing, but... Here we go. Boom. Shakalaka. Let's go, bro.
This was nice change. No time travel, no prophecies.
Like the fire team ops bonus drop. It just hit. I'm like, well.
Sitting in on the Vanguard briefings on the anomaly.
And if not in meetings, at home with Osiris. Vex this and 9 that. Too much warlock talk for a Titan.
Looks like I need a new chess piece. Oh, I might have one. Looks like I have one in my Postmaster. Because that's what that app says. All right, I did want to check and see. Yeah, see this master one here. I have a top slot and 3. I got 3 for the glass. All right, let me see what I need here. Looks like I need a helmet. Do I have anything on here? See, I know this one does. I guess I do have a bonus drop here. I'll just hit this real quick. Go see if I can get a little helmet real quick. $377 and 2 8s, folks. I'm just mostly disappointed that I can't get the
We're go for your run. Remember, Guardian, if things get too heavy, just say the word. We'll pull
the
you back to
Halloween
orbit.
mask is at level.
The Guardian will be fine.
That's awesome, bro.
Not even one god down there. It's walk of cake.
I heard you can just melee this shit. Pop the shield up, or... Bruh. Revolt, what's up, man? Yeah, I got this one. This one got selected for me by the, I had like an extra drop from the master difficulty thing. But I need to keep my eyes on the prize. If I'm gonna... So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't remember, like, do the bonus drops, do they actually, do they stick around beyond the weeks? I see you, man. Thanks for hanging out, bro. Oh yeah, man. How is the new job going? Are you enjoying it? Alright, here we go. Yeah, it seemed like you had a Revolt. It seemed like you had a couple of weeks of little more intense stuff, and then things settled in a little bit. Oh, that's good, man. I mean, that's a near perfect Venn diagram, brother. Like knowing you're competent enough to.
That made him angry.
Sometimes it's a little nice to know you know more than the people around you. You know what I mean? Like, have that. See, the problem with my last job that I had was I was way ahead of where I was being asked to, and so a lot of the work that I was getting put on was like stuff that, like, even though that technically was my job title, I had trouble feeling. I was like, oh, dude, that's awesome, man. So did you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but like, did you just choose to leave your last position, or is that something like they, you know, I know different people get affected by layoffs, stuff like that. I just knew you said you were looking. I have no idea what the state of the job market is right now. Like, how long did that end up taking? Acquisition, spent 6 to 8 months working on hobby coding projects, probably took me 4 months to apply seriously. Yeah, dude, I've known some people that have spent a lot of time looking for work, things like that, and having trouble to find. But so we just moved my parents close to us, and they my dad was spending a lot of time looking for work and struggling quite a bit. But my mom, she works as a paralegal, and she had no issue finding a job. Obviously, we're not gonna out myself, but like, we're in a bigger city, so it's just like didn't take nearly as long as it could have.
Nice
But
to be in the field again. Sometimes I
a little
forget that I'm a
380
hunter
action.
and not just Clovis Bray's granddaughter.
Your grandfather's rather hard to overlook, isn't he?
377.
What with with that giant robotic head and all. But always remember, he's not the only family you have.
Michael, AI is going to take them all. So I'm of the firm stance. I'm a firm believer that AI is not going to replace a job. You're going to replace yourself if you don't embrace AI. And this is not me saying that AI needs to be in schools and they need to just let everyone do whatever they want to, stuff like that. This is me saying that you can become twice, if not 3 times as efficient if you learn how to use AI. If you don't spend time with AI tools every single week, just trying to find creative ways to make your life easier, then I think if you lose your job in some capacity to AI, I'm not saying you deserve it, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that there's an understanding, or it's almost like, you know, like when like doctors have to go do their like continued education. They gotta continue doing that. It's like, well, if a doctor like just completely ignored the best tool possible, you know what I mean? So like for full transparency, like when I put up videos, I put up, I don't do it for live streams, but I put up videos, things like that. Dude, I will run things through like AI tools, not to write it out, but like to score it and judge it against all my last and most recent content. So you know what, like your viewers like this, and it pulls like from all of the data, right? Like from my channel, and say, hey, if you want to, if you're creating this video, like create it kind of with this lean, because your viewers also like watching this, stuff like that. So that's just one way that has made this YouTube thing actually make sense for me, right? Like being able to learn things about it. So Toast, what are you running class-wise? Solar Warlock. So to be honest, I'm not sure off the top of my head what the best Warlock option is. I know that like hunters being able to run tether, and then I think a lot of people were rocking like a, oh, what was it? Like rocking like Wardcliff coil, stuff like that, kind of like spraying across it. I think when we were running it a lot last season, we were doing a lot of like Geomag Arc Warlocks with, you know, Chaos Reach to be able to like kind of get that damage in. But you realistically, you're just trying to use whatever you think you can get damage spread across a lot of different enemies, right? So no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, so find whatever way you can to spread damage across as many enemies as possible. I don't know whether or not some people seem allergic to the idea of being able to use like any kind of loadout swap or any kind of swapping in general. If you are not, what it could be is if you could place, I don't know if you're running by yourself, by the way. So if you're not by yourself, you could have a tether hunter do one thing or do whatever. If you're by yourself, you could, in theory, hit with a little tractor cannon and then do a ward cliff, like swap over to ward cliff coil and be able to do that. If you're by yourself, that's a little harder. If you don't like swap, go prismatic with weaken grenade. Or clip coil for damage. Yeah, that's good. That's a really good option. Do you get weaken effect from Transcendence? This Transcendent grenade on Warlock? I think you do, right? So I was gonna say, if you can go Transcendent before you, like, or right as you're moving over, does it only do it through the Void Grenade? Gotcha. Yeah, so put the weakened nade on there. I would go Transcendent with it so you're getting it back more frequently. You could do like a Nova Bomb. You could either do Nova Bomb, or you may be able to do like the Strand Super if you wanted to, and then be able to knock out the what is it? Verity? Not Verity. What's the prismatic where you get the extra grenades and such on the after you cast your super? Radar said, unrelated to Destiny, they just announced a Halo ODST crossover for Helldivers. Dude, that's actually sick. I love how people were saying, oh, they should have had this in Halo, you know, that kind of thing for so long. Are you big into Helldivers? Yeah, Apotheosis. That's what I was thinking. Nice. Let's see here. Okay, I need an energy weapon. I mean, I have one. I need a new one. I just don't have a good one. Dad jokes. Good morning, Tess.
Comms are 5x5. You've got eyes, but nobody on deck. You're on your own.
Not so. The Guardian has heavy weapons and plenty of grenades. Oh, and Ghost.
Hey, thanks, Saint.
It's still funny. That kind of has the same energy as DIY Nerd's name being it. What ride's that? Cyvan117 Volume 2 over on YouTube. Thank you for the subscription, man. Nashville trip. Not trying to give my exact location, but good few hours. Easy enough to leave. Oh, the ride. I don't. I don't think I know what you meant. I figure you were talking about the drive up to there. Nerd, what's up, man? It was like your ears were burning, bro. I was just saying because when Asterix said morning yapper to to test with the new name, I said that it has the same energy as having. Yeah, it has the same energy as us calling you nerd. Hey, you guys both chose your names. You chose your life. Whether or not they apply, that's for y'all to decide. Yeah, nerd is one of the... It's a very applicable to a lot of people who are in this space, meaning in our friend group, in our server. Nerd, I saw you were playing for a long time last night. What were you guys grinding? Remind me who you were playing with last night? And Tess, I would say that is a very, very true statement. All done with Solstice. Let's go, bro. Nice, man. You gotta get you that xenophage, bro. Very nice. I think it's called Premonition. What was the original mission? So nerd, I think it does now. It didn't used to. It used to have some other places you could pick it up from.
Watching the Guardian tear through our enemies, it used to make me thirsty for combat. But after the Well of Flame being
Yeah,
controlled by the
I wish they'd go
Conductor,
back and give a couple of
I don't feel as invincible as I used to. Not with the Vex.
give a couple of the old dungeons like reworks to their weapon pool, like they did for the things. But how about this? How about they don't do that until they actually give us a reason to run the dungeons? What dungeons? Let's get a roll call for anyone, any solo dungeon
I hope you won't be bored.
Just the opposite there.
enjoyers. What
The anomaly, time travel and advanced metaphysics.
what are the solo dungeons that everyone's knocked out?
Sounds refreshing.
Radar, I am with you, brother. I'm about to make a reason of my own to do stuff. I miss running. I saw all of the. We have a bunch of raids going up in the server, and I was like, "Oh God, what I'd give to go suffer in the abyss in Crota right now." Bro, nerd, you are at a glorious time because, bro, you are equipped. You have a lot of like hot, like top tier weapons and stuff, or like your loadouts and stuff are in a good place. Bro, the fact you've not experienced how awesome all this content is. Wi-Fi died mid-encounter. Bro, that would suck. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Freaking, especially during that encounter, dude. Ron for CF. What's CF? Severn's done. Pit, Shattered, Warlords, Prophecy, Grasp, Spire, and Duality. All solo flawless? Oh, condition foot. Gotcha. I was thinking CE for Crota's End. So, like, I was thinking more raid in my head. Radar soloed, Sundered, Grasp, Spire, Watcher, Spire of the Watcher, Shattered Throne. Don't really go for it usually though. Bro, I know that Six had spent so much time working on Sundered. That was insane. Yeah, I finished up my full suite of them, all the solos last season. So the only one I've not solo flawless is Vespers. But I got the solo. I'm happy with the solo. The flawless was a lot. Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's the thing. So, I don't know. So, most of you guys probably don't even know this at this point. I have my oldest videos on the channel are like instruction videos on how to solo dungeons. I made those early on when I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to make content for. And so I have one for like Pit of Heresy, Shattered Throne, Prophecy, Duality. I can't remember what else. Grasp of Avarice. I have one for Grasp as well. So if you guys are ever interested, you should go back and watch the video. You watched the Pit video? Brother, you're probably the first person to watch that Pit video in months at this point. I should have held on to that super. Why did I do that? It was a lot of fun to go back and play those dungeons again. Like, do the solo. think it has to do with artifact stuff, man. I don't know, dude. I've not seen anyone use. I've not really seen anyone use it or any kind of precision weapon on the middle encounter, just because they all start spreading away, and I think it would be really inconsistent. Feel free to test it though. Yeah, the bolt charge experience last season made the Sundered. Honestly, Zoetic is the hardest encounter for the Sundered solo balls. Yeah.
Good job, Guardian.
It's funny because Radar, when she'll help me with something or like run something, I'll be like, okay, well, you know, just I'm so used to like warlocks run divinity and well and stuff like that. And I think the first time she was like, yeah, I don't think I've ever fired divinity. And I was like, you know what? Good on her. Good on her. Not falling into that category. All right, let's see here. I think I probably have enough for one piece. Yeah, one piece, almost two. See, Severin, the problem with that, brother, is that if you're not, and you're running DP whatever, it's kind of just throwing a little bit. Like, because the well, not div, I'm not talking div, but well, the fact that you can get your wells back so fast, and with font mods, as strong as font mods are right now, it's just so freaking nutty, dude. Like, getting your wells back, having just all these orbs drop directly on you in the middle of a damage phase to keep all your fonts up is insane. Zoetic, easy for warlocks because you hit all 4 targets at the same time with Chaos Reach. Brother, you can do it. It ain't easy. So if you can pull it off, that's awesome. But it's not like it's not like, it's easy for damage. Like, if you do that, you can get the damage. But I wouldn't necessarily, I don't want to minimize the effort it takes to line that up properly and to not die in the midst of like getting up there and stuff like that. Exactly, Seven. So I don't have to think as a Titan. So I don't have to think as a Titan and worry about anything. I need the warlock to be the responsible one. You guys read the books, you know how everything works. I'll come in, munch some crayons, and I'm gonna ram this boss with my head 7 times during a damage phase, and we're gonna kill it. Yeah. Yeah, for Zoetic, for sure, getting to damage is much, much harder than the actual active damage, so. Jake, what's up, man? I'm just glad you finally showered, brother. Sorry, did I say that out loud? It'll be just around an hour and a half. So it's like an hour and 25 minutes technically. But if you guys did not already hear, or if you are not in the Discord, I have a video going live at 11:45, meaning that'll be 10 minutes after downtime begins. It is the recap, full highlight video of the Dungeon and Raid Exotic challenge that I did back on Bungie Day. So that was July 7th. Went through, had a bunch of you guys in with us. We were running all the different raids and dungeons to try to fill out my exotic, basically my exotic collection, what I needed for my account. And so that was an incredible day. And it's honestly, it's probably my favorite day I've had as a content creator since starting. Just single favorite. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I had someone else edit it, so he cut in all kinds of stuff that kind of, I'm not even gonna lie, kind of shits on me a little bit, and I love it, dude. I love it so much. So, Savin, what's your take on the Lunas being required in the old days, like in the old days? So, are you asking me if I feel like it's required now? Or are you, I guess, what is, where do you think it's required now? Or am I just not in the know? Am I missing something? I love when someone runs a Luna well, but I don't require anyone when we're doing our runs to do it. Only time that I like for sure having a Luna well was when we were doing Lord of Wolves on Caretaker. We wanted to push it out. Luna got some use on day one. What do you think? Do you think for the... Oh. No, I don't think it's... I don't feel like it kind of hit... Hey! Oh, that's a 4. Damn, I can't remember what the colors are always. Yeah, Caretaker for sure for Lord of Wolves. And then Nezzy, yeah, I could see that. I can see that as well.
When is this extinction? How?
Entities beyond time seem pretty unreliable for specifics. But maybe the point is us figuring it out.
Yeah, it's one of those exotics, like, I'm never gonna turn it away, bro. But none of the bosses, the only one that I could see would be Hydra to really need it, right? To push out. Honestly, mostly to push out and help for the tractor player. Hey guys, give me literally like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. So I think I need to do one more, and then I can get 2 pieces of the armor set for my hunter. So we're gonna keep going, y'all. Keep going. We have 2 hours. Batman, good morning. Not sure if I said morning already. Jama, what's up, man? Yeah, Revolt, you said you're enjoying running the mechanics. I think, Asterix, you seem like you were having a good time yesterday, bro. With the mechanics as well. You guys stuck at 399 last night, man? No heavy. Did you go in and run any of the fire team ops? Because I saw that like the sword was on. The sword was on one of those. Also, have you pulled your? You could, in theory, pull a heavy from your, like one of your old season passes if you have one sitting on there. Got the focus, no old pass. Damn, man. It will drop in time. What are your guys' favorite? So, those of you who've ran the raid more and you've tried different, like different roles and stuff. What are your guys' favorite roles for each, like each encounter? Solid fill, any raid? Yes, Evan, we'll have to raid soon, man. I'm talking DP. Shooting boxes. Bro, I'll tell you what. Jinx the other day in our teaching run, he locked in, bro, on the boxes. He did really, really well. He got that shit down to a science, man. He was doing well. Then he called out at the end. He said, "You just carried a 65-year-old through this thing." I was like, "Man, it don't matter to me one bit." Yeah, you can hit him. Sorry. There's one that usually gets a little spicy. Boxes and colors on final. Yeah, bro, we were running that one yesterday, and you were going, and there was so much going on in the well. Yeah, he really locked in. Jinx really locked in with the colors on final encounter. He was taking a little long, and as soon as we told him, "Hey man, we need to not take multiple rounds, like multiple passes to do that thing." Yeah, he locked in, brother. I was very impressed. Proud's a weird way to say it. Like I was gonna say, I was very proud. I mean, we're all adults, right? Like it feels like a little odd to be like, "Oh, I'm proud of you, man," but like. I was proud that he was able to step up for it. He, didn't do that, so. Well, man, I don't know, dude. There's a lot. I played with a lot of older Guardians, and the amount of people who hop in, and they're like down on themselves, man. Like they just get down on themselves when it comes to thinking they can, or maybe they've been told like, oh, we don't want you on the team. Like, how old are you? That kind of thing, dude. That would suck, man. That experience would suck. And that's not what the game's about. So. Everything's contextual. It has nothing to do with age, has nothing to do, but sometimes it can have to do with skill, right? Like if you're trying to do something, like when we're doing our feat raids and stuff like that, I'm not trying to, you know, I don't want to put someone into like a 3 or 4 feet raid. I mean, obviously not a 5, but like a 3 or 4, and they've not even done the raid before. It's like, well, that doesn't make sense, right? But if, let's say, I have a cousin who's, this isn't a theoretical, I actually have a cousin who's like extremely good at video games. He's someone who can like just pick them up super fast. He's the type of person who can be like, hey, we're gonna do a little 2 feet raid. He'll be like, what the fuck's that? And I'm like, okay, well, this means we can only die so many times and we have to do 2 phases of damage. That for him is gonna lock him in more, if that makes sense. Like he would do that. So that would make sense for me to drop in for someone if it's going to benefit or like greatly enhance their experience. So
We will do what we always have.
melee super.
Fight for our city.
I may swap that. That said, Wyvern, I like shooting boxes. Hobgoblin, plate mechanics. Hydra, suppression and eyes. Final boss, picking up chronons and turrets. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, we could do the multiple feats and stuff like that. I don't know. There's just not a whole lot of reason, in my opinion, to add the extra layer to it. I've had too many runs in the past where people kind of get flustered, you know, by knowing that extra stuff is turned on or doing whatever. So. Now, what I think would be a cool system is if there was an option where the feats were optional. Meaning, if you did it under, you know, you do it under however many feats, or like however many reses, or 2 phases, things like that. Yeah, I think for sure. I think you could do if we were doing like a lower, or like someone who's like a higher tier Sherpa, I think for sure you could do that. Higher tier as in their experience level is a higher tier. All right, that was arms. Next. Okay. So I need to do cloak and then chest and legs, just because of don't feel some kind of way about saying I'm proud of people. Sax, asterisk, and tested. Amazing in the teaching room. Proud to see. Yeah, and I don't think that's where I'm getting to. I don't have a problem saying I'm proud of someone. I think it's when I feel a certain way when I'm teaching someone. I don't want to feel like belittling ever, if that makes sense, and so I don't want to come off that way. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing, man. Asterisk 4 and 5 is what I want to do at some point. Haven't had a group that's down for it yet. Yep. So I think we're doing 4 feet this next weekend. So I'm pushing our team. I'm pushing Bat, Steinsy, Hala, T, Spartan. I'm pushing everyone to be like, all right, let's fucking go. We're locked in. We know what we're doing. We got to put it together. So I think we're doing 4 this next weekend, and then I'm shooting for the 5. I wanna do 5 feet with them. I think there's gonna be some people that's gonna take a little bit of convincing, but I think it would be super satisfying to do. So missed a couple. Kratos says, I wish it was a one-time clear thing, like if you do the 5 feet raid, it just upgrades the loot you get from the raid no matter how many feet you run. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a cool system. I think it definitely needs a little bit of a rework, so. Hell yeah, brother. Honestly, we could probably get another crew running it. So here is where we're currently at with everything, the standing. So if you have not gotten into the raffle and you're still interested, what I want to do is I want to get, we have two sets of what we're working on. Yep. So thank you, Bat. If you are interested in doing the raffle, but you have not entered yet or been able to be selected, we are working through various people, but we're kind of hitting this place where I want to, we've taught enough people, we have enough content out there. I need to do some sort of like hypercut. I need to go back through all of the teaching runs that I've done. I need to find the most fluid, like, time that like the best teaching that I feel like I've put together. And I need to like hypercut a thing. Yeah, Nerd, I saw that. Thank you for doing that. So what I'm actually doing, here is the status of everything with the raffle. We just talked about it. So we have people, Nerd yourself included, there's some other people who have done it, and you've not done a single raid. And that is awesome. That is perfectly fine. What I'm working with, I'm actually kind of working with Batman. I think Revolt, honestly, the two of you guys like could really help me with it as well. I'm trying to get some runs going for people like yourself, Nerd, and some other people where we can get some experienced runs without it having to be like a super high stress thing or something that's like necessarily on stream. Like I don't know. I don't feel like you guys would be, like you or Kurt or whatever would be, because Kurt's another person, would be super stressed by the fact that it's on stream. But I'm trying to get some runs of maybe some older raids, some things like that, so you guys can get some past loot, some things you're not experienced, but not necessarily have to have it be your first experiences like out in front of the world and stuff like that. Okay, am I gonna get through this? Oh, I died. Oh, I thought I was gonna die there. Bro, so the thing is, I think the main thing, like Severin, you just saying that, I think that's awesome. What I think is, what I love is how Cuban has to, what Cuban's been doing, which is, he's just straight up said multiple times, he's like, I love Crota, or I love these different raids. You know, Revolt just put one up for Root of Nightmares, different things like that, and just being like, I love this raid, I know this raid, I'm confident I know this raid, let's do it. And just getting the runs going. There are plenty of people who want to run Garden, who want to run Root of Nightmares, who want to run Crota's Inn. And so you guys are always welcome. Always, always, always welcome. Go in, drop it in the scheduled events thing, and just be like, hey, I'm willing to teach. I love Revolt. What you put in there was perfect. Being like, hey, 3 hour maximum. Hey, we're going in for 3 hours. We're going to do everything in our power to complete this in 3 hours. But a lot of us are adults. A lot of us got to get up for work the next day. So we're not going to sit here and, you know, and guys, you don't have to do it all in one sitting either. If you can knock out 3 of the 4 encounters, if it takes 3 hours, or, I mean, it could take less, but, and then be like, hey, we're going to come back tomorrow morning or tomorrow midday or evening or whatever you want to do, and we're going to knock out this final boss. Honestly, sometimes that makes for a better experience because you come back, have a reason to hop back on the game. You get the boss done. Everyone's feeling good. Vibes are up. So just keep that in mind. Severin, I mean, you like you just said, you're like, I couldn't forget how to do garden if I wanted to, bro. Like, let's put that to use because we got so many people in here that have never done it. So you absolutely should, bro. That would be so freaking sick. Because here's the thing. We all know it takes a little bit of foresight, right? Like, people just, unless they just happen to have it ready, you can't realistically just hop into the div run, right? Because you got to put time in to get everything ready beforehand. Yeah, so Revolt just said over in the YouTube chat, always happy to be an extra know what to do body for evening teaching rates too. If anyone's hearing this and interested, y'all can ping him. So yeah, man, that's awesome. That is the literal dream. So that is what I want. Like, what we've had going on over the last couple of days is what I envision and what I hope for, like, our server to be, right? It's like I'm not looking for it to be just a place where it's like, oh, Sax pings us every now and again when he's posting a video. It's like, yeah, that's gonna happen, right? That's my server. Like, I'm gonna do that. But what I really want it to be is, hey, this raid just went up. Like, get in there, and then like what Revolt put up there, Severin. Like, if you put a garden one or Cuban, Cuban was hanging out earlier. If Cuban puts up runs, that puts up runs, and just be like, hey guys, we're gonna give some priority to people who've not ran. But the other key is, guys, if you're trying to schedule these runs, set yourself up for success first. Meaning, find a couple of people who know runs, like, or who know how to do the run. Send them a DM. Be like, hey, that's what I always do. Always send a message before I schedule any and say, hey, I need 2 people who know what to do, so that you can say we're gonna carry 3 people through. Or, for DP, we can either do a 3-3 split, or we can do a 4-2 split, meaning 4 teachers, 2 learners. Just depends on how much time you got, how much experience you got. So yeah, nerd, that, like, Cuban's got you on that. And you know why I believe that? Because just like Severin said, he's like, hey, I'm happy to teach anyone Crota. I love Crota. I absolutely adore Crota once you get past the first encounter. So don't get frustrated if you guys spend a lot of time in that first encounter, and you may not, because he may know a better way to teach it than I've done in the past. And some runs have gone better than others, obviously. My suggestion for the Abyss and Crota: move slow and move together as a team. As soon as you have people zoom in, hitting other people with their swords, bro, not only do people start getting frustrated, but it just gets annoying, dude. It just gets annoying. See, Severin, you can do that, but the problem is if, like, the team's not aware of what you're trying to do or trying to accomplish, it can just be, honestly, sometimes it can just cause more harm than good. And to be clear, if you guys put up runs and say, hey, they're open for teaching runs, you do not have to do what I do, which is, like, teach every single mechanic from every direction. The reason, and some people have asked me, like, we've talked about it, and it's like, well, some people feel a little overwhelmed by the fact that, you teach every single encounter. I'm like, that's fine. I want them to understand the level at which that goes into all this. The main thing I want people to know is, like, hey, I want them to leave with some familiarity, because the truth is, like, we might not get to raid together again, like them and myself or whatever. So I want to try to leave them in the best place possible that I can, at the end of the encounter. So Radar said, best way to do the lamps, take it slow and no one will change my mind. Bro, you are spot on, brother. Preach that shit. Preach that shit, man. What's the military saying, or the saying you always hear attributed to the military? Like slow, like, you know, slow is smooth and smooth is fast, or something like that. So, see you, Tess. Have good with class, man. Or have a good time with class. It's fast or something like that. Like, that's what you got to do with lamps. You just got to take it. Yeah. So, if you are putting up a run, just know it is greatly appreciated. I see everything that goes up. Oh. Why did I not have anything spawning? Radar, it's amazing how that works, ain't it, brother? It's amazing how if you just do... Okay, well now it's here. Awesome. The only thing I'd ask is just like, let's try to make them, you know, we have our teaching runs. If we can keep the people who have been sherpaing, if we can try to keep the runs not during those times, right? Like the normal teaching runs we've been doing, they are going to adjust a little bit in the near future. But if we can, yeah, if we can do like, I mean, we have plenty of gaps. We got Monday. I mean, we got the entire weekends are gaps, right? Like we have people who recently asked and said, "Oh, can we do stuff on the weekends?" Things like that. So, Michael, yes, the Leviathan raid was a lot of fun. It had its issues. You know, I think we look back on the early raids with rose-colored glasses sometimes, but it's one of those things where. I think it's right for a rework, which is crazy. Isn't it crazy? It's crazy that, like, the amount of time that... I saw someone put this yesterday. They said that the amount of time that King's Fall has been in the game is longer than Leviathan was in the game. Like, King's Fall in D2. But that also means the amount of time... I think that also means the amount of time that we had, like, without King's Fall. I think we've eclipsed that. Meaning, you know, so we, with no King's Fall in D2, we've eclipsed that mark. And now we got it back and we've been without Leviathan longer. Or if we're not to that point yet, we are getting really close. So. Nothing would make me happier than if they found a way to pull back some of the old raid, the best like raid encounters for Pantheon. Like, give me a Pantheon like thing this year. Also, what's Xur selling? Is Xur selling class items? Bro, Pantheon, can you imagine? They take Pantheon and they put the feat system with it. Xur always has class items now. That's good to know. I didn't know if they still switch between class items in the Xurf board. Radar, that is actually a sick idea, man. One single Pantheon style encounter in the Pinnacle tab each week would be awesome. If I could go in and know, hey, this week we have the Explicator encounter. Planets is inside of the, Planets is inside the Pinnacle Ops. And it has like the extra fire tornadoes and all this stuff to it. Bro, that would be a sick sick. I think that's a great idea. I don't need the whole thing. I don't need the whole. I like the whole thing, like to have access to the whole thing at some point, but don't need the whole thing.
Hi.
The Nine see your valor. An exchange.
Just gonna see if I can get some new stuff here. Eternal Scars, Eternal Star. Ooh, I think I might have got that at one point. I know I wanted that. I need eternal verities. That'll be all of the eternal ones. Final shape where we fought the boss at random. Huh. It's not ringing a bell, actually. When was that? We did that in the final shape. Yeah, Radar. I think that would be a great method for them to... I think that would be a great method for them to go ahead and start implementing the tier system, just like you said. Did it in Lightfall? You're not talking about Pantheon?
Go for your run. Remember, Guardian, if things get too heavy, just say the word. We'll pull you back to orbit.
Ah, the Guardian will be fine. Not even one god down there. It's walk of cake.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out if you were remembering a different activity that we weren't. Something about that little drop down having like a that ledge in the middle kind of drives me crazy. I'm gonna miss my last one. Oh, I didn't. Okay. The timer or the scoreboard doesn't always update right on time. It's like a little delayed. Little delayed. Also started learning to check this room for ammo. Renewal and liars. Interesting. Kind of an interesting combo. Yeah, Verity and Inmost is what I think the most people were using for the thing, but I think I saw a lot of people using, like, you could use Verity and Renewal, like, to get like stronger grenade like damage and stuff, and then as you're utilizing it and stuff, I know that you can get a lot of like safety from the renewal. Like you have trouble dying. Yeah, but Verity and most I think a lot of people were using for the grapple stuff. You just gotta, there's a little bit of work you gotta do. Not as much now that we have Mid Retrograde, or you could use just straight up Navigator for it too.
Technological advancements to stand up to the Vex. Watching you work out there today convinced me that you're the best person to test their new generation of materiel. Keep an eye out for their invitation, and we'll make sure you get the newest gear first.
Verity, I saw what's his name doing. I thought he was Snazzy not using Verity last night for his solo Crota attempts? Maybe I'm wrong about that. I know you were using it beforehand. Yo, what's up, man? We're on the grind. I'm trying to get some Solstice alloy so I can unlock the full armor set on my Hunter. Just a little slow moving, brother. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, never mind. I think that flipped over. I thought I had almost kicked up a level. I'm getting close. I've eclipsed the 380 mark at 381, almost 382. I need an energy weapon so damn bad. Actually, you know what? I think I'm a big old silly boy. I think I have energy weapons inside of the...
It's a relatively simple assignment.
I may have energy weapons
I hope you won't be bored.
Just
on
the
my old
opposite,
season
Edward.
passes.
After dealing with the anomaly, time travel, and advanced metaphysics, a straightforward mission sounds refreshing.
Oh, I have a lot of them. Have you been pulling any old stuff, Radar? Yeah, because that just bumped me up there. I have... Actually, I need to not be dumb, because I have so many energy weapons. Anyone know off the top of your head what the role is that people are saying you should look out for the crossbow? I saw with the new volatile mod. So using the... I use it through Firefox, but you can use the D2 Wayback Machine, which will pull items. Here, I'll pull it on my screen here in just a moment. It will help you pull items from your old season passes. So, for instance, I'm on the previous season page here, and then you can see this has episode Heresy pulled up, but then at the bottom here, what it does using this, it's like this little like engram. Sorry, you can't see it right now. Let's do this. This little engram, you can see all of these different items. Yeah. Explosive bolts, bolt collector, and then either vorpal or elemental honing. I need to look at what I've gotten. I've actually gotten quite a few good ones. What's the Oduya now? Not sure what that's in reference to. Feel like I'm in trouble somehow. Think so. Maybe not. I don't know. Dot bolts work too, but it's not as consistent. You get a bolt here or there. A temporal blast isn't really. I got you. I actually need to. Who has the best temporal blast video? I saw a bunch of people talking about it, but to be completely honest, sometimes I get in the place where, like, if I see too many videos on the same thing, I'm like, I don't know if I even really look at it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't. It's like, it's fine. A just has one. Okay, cool. Gonna raise your raise the SMG up from under the table.
That went better than I expected. The Guardian looked comfortable alone out there.
85.
Excuse you. Guardians are never really
Chest
alone.
piece.
They've always got
83. I
their
don't need that.
I'm sure Jinju would agree.
I haven't seen much of her lately. She spends all her time with the
Get
ghost
random
team.
ammo progressing through
They're mounting new
creation.
production, some big secret. I can't
I
wait
think
to
that's
see
a
it.
third. Yeah, third piece unlocked there. So I need to do what? 4 more runs to get another one. I'm hoping I can hit this. I gotta pick up the pace, bruv. Oh. One hour and 10 minutes left, and you know what? 1 hour and 20 minutes left. Or wait, you need to add 10 extra minutes. So hour 20 minutes left. Then we have an hour and 30 minutes until my new video drops, which is the highlight reel of all Raid and Dungeon exotics that I was missing, collecting them in one day. I'm going to be premiering that, so utilizing the YouTube premiere thing, so it helps a ton if you guys can click it and play it as it premieres. It helps push it a ton. Even if you can't watch it, just let it play all the way through. You can come back and watch it later. Eddie3, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube, man. Appreciate you, man. It's a little north of 30 minutes long. I have timestamps throughout. Obviously, I don't think you can click through it until it goes fully live, so it's been live for the full amount of the video. But the last time I did a release like this was my top 50 exotic weapon. And that was back in sometime in June, I believe, and early June. And that was an incredible release for a video for me. So I don't think that had more to do with just the nature of the video. It kind of hit well at the time. Trey, I do not, brother. I ain't got no food on me. That video is how you found it. See ya, man. Have a good day, bro. I always wonder, man. So Radar, here's what I found. In low tier, like just doing solo stuff like this, I don't like burning ambition nearly as much as incandescent. But I got bumped up into some higher tier stuff, and I didn't have unstop on. And with the unstop, having no unstop, burning ambition was actually a very consistent way to get the unstoppable procs. It happened faster than I would have anticipated it would. And so I know I'm getting right there, man. I'm just wondering, like, when, I mean, these runs are still so easy, and I'm getting +3, +4 drops. I'm like, I don't know. Do I need to bump up? Like, is there any... I'm still hitting A score with no issue. yeah, it definitely feels like it's a perk that wants to be utilized or wants to be taken advantage of in higher tier stuff. But I don't know. Usually I enjoy having unstop on things like like hand cannons, things of that sort, but I don't know. I feel like the state of primaries right now is just really, really weak outside of a few select primary weapons, mostly exotic primaries. But legendary exotics, dude, I don't know. I'm sorry, legendary primaries, rather. I just struggled. Yeah, and I mean, I think they really cooked with the whole, bringing the unstops feel into the verbs. I'm sorry, the elements, and using those verbs like the scorch and the jolt and things of that sort. What is brother doing? There it said 385s when he swapped over. Where am I sitting? 382, almost 383 right now. So I'm getting close, getting close. Need a power weapon. If I can get one, I'm at 381 right now for the power weapons. Yeah, dude. He's inside that damn wall.
Strong moves out there, Guardian. It's been nice to be in the field again. Sometimes I forget that I'm a hunter and not just Clovis Bray's granddaughter.
Your grandfather's rather hard to overlook.
Okay, little +4 Titan mark. I'll take it.
Giant robotic head and all. But always remember, he's not the only family you have.
Yeah, I gotta delete all my stuff from that run. All right, so that took me up above the 383 mark. Oh. Sounds good, Bat. Appreciate you doing that. If you could, if those runs work out, you want to, here, let me make sure I get this spreadsheet to you. Make sure you have access to it. What I want to try to do is be strategic, right? Obviously, you guys know I'm pretty strategic in what I'm trying to do. Pretty much across the board. Some of the people who are on that sheet there, Bat, and we can talk about it personally, like you and I, but some of the people who are on that sheet who have lesser experience in raids and stuff, I want to try to see if we can get, some of those people who have expressed interest in raiding, right? Like they've joined the raffle. Want to try to see if we can get some of them pulled in. But again, try to set yourself up for success with it. Don't end up in a situation, and this is just for everyone, when you're setting up a raid. This is from way too much raid experience, way too much teaching experience. Because even that's something that I do sometimes. I'll go to my raid report and be like, oh, you look at the amount of Sherpas. The problem is the amount of people who have one-time clears, like for the longest time when I was running years worth of Sherpa. It was people like in our same clan who would just go away from the game for years And so they'd be in this situation where they'd be like, or seasons at a time. So they forget everything we had already taught them. So they have to reteach them every time. Or just have to refresh them, right? Or you'd have one person who's a fresh teacher. So you're teaching all of them. So you're not getting like 3 or 4 Sherpas per run like we are right now for DP. All right. Hit 100%. Bro, Salvations is fine. The scariest part is just the amount of time you need for the run. Most people just struggle to set themselves up. Trey, are you in the run with Cuban for Crotus? Nice. Rail Creed, thank you for following on Twitch. Appreciate you. Yeah, teaching Verity in the amount of I think that Salvation's just because of the amount of encounters and the length of time jumping between what is it, second and third, like that jumping puzzle between second and third is pretty brutal for some of the people. So thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, just trying to wrap up some of the Solstice grinding here. I was not as efficient as I should have been, so I didn't get the all the armor. Of course, I'm procrastinating, trying to do last second here. So, all right, let's see here. 1 more hour, brother.
100 years, this is a nice park with a big statue of the Guardian covered in pigeons.
Okay, let's see here. It's time to wait another year. I'm hoping that they take... I'd love if they just take the consideration of what, you know, how much people have played or enjoyed, engaged this event. I like to think that they're sitting there and they're pulling in and you know, they're taking the data, right? Like that's the whole goal. It's like you grab all the data you can. I don't know. Echo, did you post a picture of your hunter? Require hardware to be a permanent game
The
mode.
impact of echoes on the world fuels the scramble to fill a power vacuum. Now everyone's fighting to consolidate its territory. We've replaced the universal threat with a bunch of local ones.
Believe it or not, that's good news. I'd rather fight a series of battles than a whole damn war.
Oh, of course. I thought I was going to go down off the edge. Damn, Neo, that's a pretty low bargain right there. That's a good deal for Bungo. One hardware. For one soul. Dude, a tier 5 Halloween mask that you could wear at any time would be peak. I mean, for crying out loud, they gave us a rubber ducky, you know, thing for Solstice. Give us the ability to wear some of these cosmetics that we enjoy. Nice. Never really stopped to look at these ammo crates here. Wish you could carry momentum through that transporter. Be nice. Almost there.
Ikora is babysitting Drifter on Kepler, and Zavala is recovering from his battle with the Witness. That leaves just Crow in Vanguard leadership. He did well against Fikrul, but he cannot be everywhere. The city needs you now more than ever.
Heliopope OG, thank you for following. I recognize the name. Trying to place where I recognize it from, so. All right, let's see here. Remembering. Oh yeah. That's right. Were you in there? There were a lot of folks inside. Okay, I'm almost to 2 more pieces. So we're getting there. Let's keep it going. Yeah, we had a lot of people stopping in yesterday, so I think that's where I remember seeing your name in there first. So. Welcome in, man.
We're planetside, Saint. En route to the nearest objective.
So high level learning the in-game content helped a ton. Good, man. Yeah, that is the goal, and that's the dream, right? Like, that's why we broadcast them now. I was talking to someone yesterday, and I was like, I've been doing this stuff for, probably 5 years now. But the last 3.5, 4 have been like just inside our own little like echo chamber, right? Like not a ton of people outstretching. I've done some, but not a ton of stretching beyond our normal bounds. And kind of just a situation where now that we're doing it publicly, it feels better because I'm hoping that it can help, right? It can help more people. So, and there's a lot of people teaching the raid, right? Like there's a lot of people out there that have really good guides, and there's a lot of people who are doing sherpas. But even as I go in and watch the sherpas, there's not as many people who are spending as much time breaking down the encounters as I am. And you may not like that. You may say, oh, you know, you spend a lot of time, bro. That's fine. That's just how I do it. You ain't got to watch it. You ain't got to be a part of what I'm doing. But a lot of people have learned a lot of things about it through the way I do it. So I'm not going to change it now. Okay. See, it feels like something's wrong. Okay, maybe not. I just didn't get the lasers. Damn. Let's try to see if I can get over to him in melee. All right. Sorry, guys. In response to just a PSA reminder. I put out a little short about it yesterday, but remember that you need to spend your event tokens for this event if you have not already. Damn. That's not flubbing all my jumps. I didn't get no ammo box either. This round has felt odd. Ammo boxes missing. Let's see here. And that thunder crash is getting stronger. I think I'm feeling the power difference because early on I had to debuff it to one shot like half of the health.
But just like weeds in garden.
All right, +4.
Hopefully, one day we'll repopulate the area with civilians, planting seeds for a future garden, so to speak.
That's such a nice idea. You guys are cute.
We're getting there. We are getting there, folks. I got a lot of stuff in my postmaster, though. Ooh, I have a tier 4 in my postmaster. Just went on over there. Yeah, I'm desperate for some energy weapons, though. I think it's tough because the portal stuff, like the normal portal stuff, doesn't, to my knowledge, I don't think it has any doesn't have any energy weapons just straight up in it. Now Solstice stuff it does, but I'm not getting hardly any SMGs at all. Yeah, I feel like in theory the tier system is going to help, but what's up, Echo? Solstice stat Paragon tier 5 for golden gun damage, super stat matters so much. Yeah. Radar, are you a hunter main? I know a lot of people were looking for a... I think I saw people looking for like a heal clip with Chaos Reshaped, which I'd be happy with. You know, you got heal clip Incandescent, you got Burning Ambition on there. So what are your Radar, what are your thoughts then on the current state of hunters? Are you I saw Asterix was cooking. I saw some people rocking the Silk Strike Star Eater scales. Where do you come down on the current state of hunters? Because I do not keep up on a lot of hunter stuff right now. Yeah, the Warlock stuff, they looked great. The Warlock updates that they kind of showed off yesterday. Or, I'm sorry, last week. Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. I feel like... Yeah, I feel like hunters... I don't know. Here's the honest truth. I think they do a good job rotating the meta. With stuff. I feel like often Warlocks are lower to the bottom than the other two, but I just remember back when Salvation's Edge came out, everyone was complaining about how Titans were worthless and there was nothing, nothing to utilize compared to the other two, and I think that all had to do with the rating numbers, right? Day one skewed that a ton. I mean, I was rating on Titan as soon as contest mode was over. I always like the feeling of playing on my Warlock. Like once I get in the feel of it, I don't like jumping on Warlock. That is genuine. Like, I'm not even memeing when I say that. I fucking hate jumping on my Warlock. But aside from that, I kind of like the gameplay loop of playing on my Warlock. I like support. I like having a reason to play support. Honestly, and if you think about the context in which I play often. Bro, I'm getting fucking flashbang right now. Oh, shit. Yeah, I am for sure a Titan main, but I will switch to other stuff if it's stronger. Like I'll give them time to get it up to whatever, get it up to snuff, so to speak.
Nice park with a big statue of the Guardian.
Yeah, you guys are Revolt Batman and Neo. You guys are kind of my you're like my Pokemon starter class. However, I just got lucky and I found a Titan Warlock and a Hunter. All right, let's see here. How close am I? 245. So I need one. Will give me. I need 3 more runs. Damn. What did you expect me to say? Yeah, I'd be interested to see. Bat, do you think you? I'll get, since you're here. Bat, are you the water type? I'm sorry, are you the fire type, or are you the grass type? Oh, and personal Vanguard. Aldo, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm just trying to squeeze out any of the power levels I can get here, which I've gotten a lot today. And then
That's good news. I'd rather fight a
the
series of battles than a whole damn war.
I'm trying to get all the hunter armor on my character. So Echo's a grass type. Hunter's biggest issue: survivability. Invis, your best option. What's the limits viable in-game build since add density is going up. Luckily, we have good access to Invis and prismatic. Yeah, I found that interesting when I was doing jumping for the Wyvern encounter. Because Hollow, when she's running, she runs Hunter. She's like, oh, I just crutch pure Invis. Dude, I still think that I stand firm that Rat King is the best thing for someone who's struggling with staying alive on jumping. I use it every single time. Every single time. I've never had an issue with staying alive since I did it. So, especially since they did the rework. They changed the power delta. It was a little tough when we were 10 lower than we are right now, but Lotus Eater, stylish executioner. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's just using a lot of, you're using special ammo, right? They're good for the imps, but the problem is the imps keep coming. So if you run into issues with where the box team, like when I'm doing a lot of my teaching runs, stuff like that, we've had times where the box teams are struggling. And then also we're using Lord of Wolves for damage. Like what, Radar, what do you guys usually use for damage on the Wyvern? Because I try everything in my power. I just put like a rocket sidearm on for my second slot. Okay. See, that's a little different. If you don't have to worry about it. I'm trying to preserve my special ammo as much as possible. So I'll just put a rocket sidearm on, heel clip, incandescent rocket sidearm on in my second slot, and then when I switch over, I swap my loadout, I will have all of the ammo I need. So. And I just keep my rocket on in the final slot. HT, what is up, brother? How you doing, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. Neo, I think I want the heel clip for that. That's why I do that. If I'm in a situation where I'm in real bad straits, I just utilize that. I mean, those imps up top, they do a lot of arc damage anyways. So I don't necessarily know that I'm going to get a whole lot of benefit from the Void. I mean, the Void is nice from the aspect of having for like Minotaurs and stuff like that. But when I'm down, I'm not necessarily doing that. So yeah, heel clip, incandescent, rocket sidearm when I get up there. It's nice to have on hand. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I just straight up do Rat King. Never once since they dropped the power delta. I had a little bit of an issue early on. What I'd have to do is I'd have to pepper with a different, like a rocket sidearm to begin with, and then I'd flip over. Lucky Pants with tractor. What hand cannon are you using with Lucky Pants? Oh, just shot that champ so good he turned into an exotic Ingrid. Let's go. New Trials hand cannon, Vorpal trench barrel. It was not counterfeit this time. Hallelujah. It's about damn time that it was not counterfeit, I'll tell you what.
I'm happy you're back in the inner system, Guardian. I worried you got lost in the anomaly.
From what I understand, the 9 aren't done with us yet.
Ooh,
But until they throw
that's got a
another
lot
train
of
at us,
stuff
there's
to drop
nothing
right there.
do but research.
Research. It makes me sleep inside my helmet. Better to be here at the front, solving problems the Titan way.
Yeah, I've not played around a ton with the spread shot hand cannons. I actually I need to play around a little more with them.
You're up, Guardian. Let's clear this sector as quickly as possible.
With any luck, we'll be long gone before major reinforcements arrive.
I still want to do the slide and glide. I need to do a series of raids or streams that are just like Sacks After Dark. And we can have some like suggestive raids or whatever. Because I was thinking that the slide and glide raid sounds bad, but we had talked about that the other day, being like all slide melees, all slide shot weapons. You could do. We'd have to find a raid that we could do like sword damage on and stuff like that, and we could do like the wave frame swords. Could do like wave frame GLs. Yeah. Fonutria Fera. Love that. Love the name. Melee only, maybe a scout. Distant shot, puzzles, glaives, and swords, Arc Titan. Honestly, yeah. That's because that's what I said too. I was like, we could do anything that would soar through the air, cut through the air, right? So you could do like for I would be able to do, I think for arc hunters, you could do like either where you're throwing the staff, so not arc staff, that's the other one. Whatever that one is, where you throw the pole, or you could do the one where you throw the sword, the dagger out, and you go to, Gathering Storm. For warlocks, we wouldn't be able to use Well of Radiance, but we could use Dawnblade, because you're soaring through the air with that, right? You can kind of move through there. Titans could do Thunder Crash because they'd be soaring through the air. I saw people using it on Zoetics just because the range, like the width of it spinning around. You could hit a couple of like the lock sets at one time. I also like the nature of it that you don't have to spam it all at once. Like you can use it, you can use one throw, do something, and then continue to use it like that. I don't think Titans have anything like that where you can, in the midst of your super, you can fire your weapons or do something of that sort. Now they can make an arc helmet that's sort of like Nighthawk that changes the 3 knives into one big DPS knife. I like that. It's got 2 supers like that because Quiver works that way too. Are you talking about like where you fire 3 shots? Yeah, I guess you're right about that, aren't you? Yeah, because I feel like most people just use the 3-shot as a damage super, right? Like you're getting a little bit of a debuff from it, but typically people are trying to use it for a damage super, in my experience.
And not just Clovis Bray's granddaughter.
Your grandfather's rather hard to overlook, isn't he? What with that giant robotic head and all. But always remember, he's not the only family you have.
I need one more, folks. I think. Yeah, one more. We're so close. Get out of here, downtime message. We got stuff to do.
After your victory over the Witness, civilians have been volunteering in droves. Unfortunately, they're not battle-hardened enough to hold this sector yet, but they're looking to you for inspiration. Show them what a lone Guardian can do.
Bro. Radar, you can't even manifest that, brother. I mean, supposedly we have 30 minutes, right? So, and thankfully I don't have to load into an activity to spend them. Xeno711, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Appreciate you, man. I saw that green. I need the green. Oh, please. Oh, please. Thank you, game. Joe, what's up, man? Doing well, doing well. We are on our final run that we have to do right now to unlock all the armor sets for Solstice. Because I've played a lot over Solstice, and I did not think to switch to my other characters beforehand. Because of course I did. Because of course I didn't. So not sure if you saw, but in about, what is it right now? We got about 35 minutes. We have I have a brand new video dropping for you guys to hopefully fill the gap in the downtime. It's a recap, and this video is going to be cool for anyone because we've added a lot of people to, a lot of subscribers, a lot of people to the Discord and stuff like that over the last couple of weeks. This is a video recap of me running with a lot of people in our community on trying to get, for Bungie Day, I was trying to get all of the exotic raid and dungeon exotics I was missing on my alt account. So there is a little bit of Warlords activity in there. And so it is like a highlight video, but I did not edit it. So I had a gentleman help me edit it, and he may be the butt of the joke. You were in there for a couple, Neo. You were there in the morning for a little bit. You helped me with some Sundered, I believe. All right. Yeah, it was a really fun day. I'm just super excited to have a video break. Hey, tier 5. It's like the game heard me, brother. And a +8 on the weapon, or the heavy.
I don't feel as invincible as I used to. Not with the Vex.
It takes a toll. I've spent so long at my
Damn,
school,
brother.
I see the whole world through crosshairs now. This is a perfect
I tried
time
to tell
step
you.
back and let the Guardian
Yeah, I
carry
gotta.
the load.
Went to my postmaster. Once it pops in postmaster, I'll bring it over. All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Of course, that also went to the postmaster. That sounds so crispy. Shackman, thank you for gifting a sub. Appreciate you, man. Enjoy your gracious gloss emblem. Myth of the Goat, enjoy your ad-free viewing. We got an Envious Vorpal. We got a, what is that, Slice Elemental. That's a pretty good roll. I'm pretty happy with that. I like it. I think between that and the other tier 5 I have, yeah, the 10% extra damage. So though I have, let me see here. These are all the tier 5 weapons I have. So let's see here. This one here has the attrition orbs, so ambitious attrition. We'll slice hatchling. And then on this one I have demo frenzy, envious attrition. Yeah, so I think I literally Crimson Oblivion on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate you. The Givers isn't too great. One second. It does have kinetic tremors on it. So I could do like a feeding frenzy kinetic. I could do a demo kinetic, get my grenade back. But yeah, unfortunately it's not that good. I could do a one for all as well. This is just from like the mythic stuff, so. Stats for all, one for all kind of guy. For the area denials. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Okay. So after all that, let's see here. I need leg armor for my Titan. I don't think I have any. Or I don't have much if I do. So 388 on my Hunter, 389 is the max power. I don't like that it's weird that they add in between the different ones. I'm not eating yet, brother. Just trying to knock this out real quick. Think I'm gonna take a little break. Get some admin work done, y'all. Oh, I see. I was signed out. I was trying to figure out why it... Yeah, I skipped today. Skipped breakfast today, going straight to lunch today. Kill clip, the kill clip, heel clip. Got some Titan Greaves. That would probably technically bring me up to 387. Brenner. Breakfast brunch Brenner. Ooh. Yeah, that tier 5 mint retrograde. Like, that's what I'm looking for realistically. Like, that's what I'm actually excited about when it comes to getting tier 5s. 11sies. Gotta hit that at 11sies. See, I don't think... Yeah, I think I'd have to run 2 more. Yeah, because I can't get 30. Yep. All right, I think I'm done with that. No glow for my Warlock. All right, I got 260. Here, maybe I do... Let's do this. Did Zavala, does his shit cap out? Because I know you can like buy stuff once a week from him or whatever. Or can I backfill with Zavala still? Caps at 300. Oh, 2 armor and 1 weapon a week doesn't cap on power. Cool. Everyone said it caps at 3, and I was like, 3? Like, you guys said it exact the same way. I'm like, okay, did I miss something like completely? Felt like I did. I'm with you now. I'm with you now. Y'all, as I like to say, I'm slow, but I'm worth waiting on. And y'all be waiting a long ass time, brother. Thank you, Asterix. We are all done. Oh. The cream rises.
Hello, Guardian.
Ooh, those are little juicers. All right, so I need leg armor to begin with. What is my Batman sued version? That's actually really funny. So let's do this. Let's just go. So that is a plus 10 drop right there, bro. And then my next one that I need, I can go between helmet, gauntlets, chest, and Titan mark. They're all the same. But before I do that, let me do... See, I don't care about this. I'm just going to put this into another weapon, so don't matter. Okay, so that's another plus 5. Now, let me do this. We're gonna go here, reward shop, and I'm gonna go Solstice engrams. What does that drop at? Arms? Oh, are you kidding me? That sucks. Never mind. I was hoping that they would. That blows. I'm just gonna buy 5 stacks. I have enough weapons. I have enough armor. Let's just buy a chest piece.
A prepared soldier is a victorious soldier. A transaction to make, Guardian?
Yeah, brother. This is not updated yet. Oh, it just did. Literally as I said that. I'm at 389. Just hit 389. So, I'll hit 400 by next week. For sure. Get north of that 400 mark.
Changing, Guardian. You must prepare doubt.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually don't know off the top of my head. I don't know exactly where I started. Oh, my belt. Yeah, I need to hit. So here's what I need to do. I have one more Master Conquest, and I need to do a GM with the Famine modifier on. That will push me to 8, and I don't know if anything is done with the 8. So I think, yeah, I think my goal for next week, obviously to hit 400, and then I want to hit that Guardian rank 9. So as long as I can do that.
Yes. Done, done, done. Received.
I also think I have enough of these different things here. I don't even really need to look at some of this lower. So I have to be 400 for rank 9. Is that what you're saying, Severin? Cool. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that means I'm kind of within band. I don't know. Is there any real benefit to having hit like rank 8? Like all this grinding I've been doing, like being on Guardian rank 8? Or is it just 9? Is 9 like the place that I would want to actually be on? Yeah, like that's kind of what I got. So I'm glad to hear that I'm not necessarily slacking too crazily, right? So. Dude, I hate the feeling. I'm like, well, what do I even do this for? So. Seltzer water, man, I literally just had the best trials game, or was having rather. We went up 3-0. I was at 6.0 combat efficiency. The other team won 5 straight, bro. Damn, brother. Hate to see it, bro. Rado said, Guardian rank 9 is the important one. Increase the event drops to tier 4s. Increase prime engram drops for chance for the post 400 grind. Yeah. And then also, just remember, guys, I do know this one. When you get in, you need a clan that's active enough that you can get this prime engram boost that will really help and expand you out for that post 400 grind. Brother, we got clans. We got clans open and active and ready and willing to accept new members.
Till next time.
Well, Toa, it don't have to be like that. The Barodaiades are actively looking for members that can come through and get that rank up. The Choir of Some occasionally has like an opening. Neo would have to tell you if there's any openings in there, but realistically, we're trying to build up the Barodaiades. And what's going to be cool about it is, like, we're going to, until Bungie gives us more clan slots, we're not going to be able to have one cohesive clan. So what it's going to do is it's going to actually give us the ability to have like moments in time, right? So like the people who were in Choir of Some, they were the first people to join. I know. I desperately. I know, Toa, but like you can still be friends with them. Well, I mean, why you got to be in a clan with them if they're dead? Like if it's a dead clan, be friends with them. But you're losing out on the rewards if you're the only one playing, unless you pump it up. Gotta do what I did to old Neo. I started the Choir of Some, and I said, "Here, sir, I knight the top dog." And now Neo is the cult leader. I mean, the choir of leader. He is the dude. Cult of Some people. All right. Watch the C word. We gotta chill with the C word. Oh man. Sorry, the wife is hit me up. Toa, thank you for subscribing at the tier 3 sub. Thanks, man. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you. I'll give you the full word. How about that? Radar, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Gifting a sub to Camilios. Camilios was in the chat yesterday. I wonder, do you guys know, when you gift a sub, does it prioritize someone who's actively watching? Or does it just find someone who is a follower? Random on the list. The only reason I ask is the other day, I know that someone gifted a sub. I think it was Aldo. I think Aldo gifted a sub directly to Trey, and Trey got a notice on his phone that he had it gifted to him. But that was because they went directly to that person. Anything else I need to do before hopping off? I got 4 minutes. Hopping off the game. See where everything landed here. Yeah. So, so the guild the title. I don't think I did, bro. I don't think I played enough PvP. I didn't do this. I don't really care. I used to care so deeply about it, Radar. I used to hop in and just like desperately search for like all the raids. You can see I got like the only ones I'm missing. I missed a Crucible title and then this Undying title. I got really sick during this season. And then I tried to play Destiny while I was sick. And it turned me off from the game. Plus the seasonal activity for this fucking sucked. So I just didn't get this one, but like everyone after that, basically, and then just going through. All I need is a Featherlight for little Crota's Inn. Yeah, Fatebreaker's so sick, man. Unleashed, I need to do 1 solar. Vesper's host at some point. Just a full solar. Maybe I'll work on a little heavy metal, something like that. Brave was the first title. It's a good title. Good title, good title. So guys, one more time, and I promise I keep shilling it because I think it's a good video. I'm not telling you to go watch it because I don't believe in it. I'm telling you because I do believe in it. You guys should go and pop it up and have on screen and be prepared for the release of Can I Get Every Missing Destiny 2 Rated in Dungeon Exotic in one day. This will be going live shortly. I need to adjust this because it says it's going in 24 hours, but that's wrong. I think it's because I did after midnight. Just give me 1 second. Cheem Creams. $11 minutes, folks. 11 minutes. So I'm not going to show it here because I would love for you guys to all click on it and watch it individually. Just a reminder, the best way that you can help any of your favorite YouTubers when a video comes out, watch it as fast as possible. Secondly, when you click on the video for the first time, give yourself enough time to watch it. And if you can't watch it, let it play. Let it play in the background. You can turn your phone down, turn whatever, but let it play all the way through. Because what that does is that tells YouTube, that says, hey, so just use me as the example. Say Sax's audience enjoys this content and will want to, we want to show this to other people like them. So play it when it comes up, let it go through. I promise, I think you guys will enjoy this video. I've enjoyed watching it back just for reviewing it. It's been a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of jokes at my expense here. I was on Hunter, rare videos on Hunter for most of it. Obviously, I do have Warlock and Titan because I was farming things, but rare Hunter vid from Sax. And so hop in there. Bunch of 10s, devices to his arms and hands, basically made an auto aim. That's funny. I did not see that. So, but guys, this is going to be going live here in a second. I'm going to hop off here now, let you guys do your thing. Not sure if I'll be on or if we'll be doing any more streaming this evening or this afternoon. Realistically, everything has to do with after reset and seeing what comes up and stuff like that. But I got some admin stuff I need to take care of today. So guys, thanks for hanging out this morning. Thanks for putting up with my procrastination ways and everything. And until next time, be blessed, y'all. I'll talk to you guys later. Please watch the video when you get a chance. If you can't watch it in full, don't click on it until you can. See you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, yeah.